Hey, this is ShinDavid07, aka the Namester, here once again with another deck profile. This is basically an updated version of the deck that I already did profile for the City Championships that I played this past weekend before the New Year's. I played the only one I played was actually Sunday. Got 4th place with it this time. Much better than that one, as usual. Go home with a 4-2 record, but still get 4th place after beating a few decks. So let's go ahead and get straight to the point. Of course, this is 4 Darkrai's and 3 Sableyes. Straight up pure hammer time, no text, no nothing like that. I didn't want to run any text at the moment, so I just kept it with the pure 4 Darkrai's and 3 Sableyes. Sableyes just to recycle everything. Darkrai's my main attacker. The supporter lineup, I run 4 Junipers because it's always a good card and will be a good card. And also accompany with 4 Biancas, and this time also up the end count to 4, so that way more supporter counts for the turn, and more supporter counts, and plus more supporters for the turn, and especially like later in games, I might actually have to come back from it. Also with it, 4 Dark Patches, because you know it is the engine, it's a speedy engine for it, and 4 Catchers because you know best item in the game, no doubt about it. You have to have it, otherwise I don't know what's wrong with you, unless it's a different deck. Which also adds into 4 Ultra Balls. Of course, they always search for my Pokemon and discarding unnecessary stuff, or even energy, so I can Dark Patch it later on. And of course, this is Hammer Time, 2 Enhanced Hammers with 4 Crushing Hammers. Always a good card, always just energy disruption all day, every day. I lowered down the count to 3 energy switches. That way, I could concentrate a little bit more on being more consistent in what I feel. I still have the 2 random receivers and 2 max potion in there to help me out. I did actually still haven't decided which ace card I want to play yet, so I'm gonna have to, you know, it's still bad for me to play just that. 2 Eviolites and 2 Dark Claws. Like I said, Dark Claws is really good, especially against the Terrakion. Even though the Terrakion is my worst matchup, it really makes those matches magic numbers really hitful. And also, same thing with the Blastoise, hit 30 and then knock out Blastoise the next turn, so they can't deluge the next turn or anything like that. And of course, enough said. 12 energies, 12 dark energies. But that's pretty much my deck. For the report, like I said, I came in with a 4-2 record. First round I played against Pidgey in a mirror match, but he had a single attack. But basically I knocked out all of his Sableyes and flipped pretty much 75% of my heads on the hammers, and that kept me into the game. Round 2 I played against Miguel with his Radials. Basically took care of that one real quickly after he had a horrible start, but I had to come back with a loaded Mewtwo that he had to go to, which is like pretty ridiculous. Round 3 I played against Christian in his Empoleon deck. That one was pretty close. He was on the merge of winning before I started knocking out his Empoleons slowly, and then he had to put down a Mew AX hoping that he could draw another Pokemon, but he didn't draw it, and I got the victory from that part. Then round after that, I lose to Rudy, who also played Hammer Time, but he played Keldeo with it, Keldeo EX, so I put a little bit more work on it. But at the same time, I was supported drawing and everything like that, and he also hit his hammers, so it makes the things a lot harder for me to play. And then heading into round 5. I had to play against, I forgot her name again. No, her name is Katie. Yeah, she played Darkrai Hydreigon. She didn't get set up as fast as she wanted to, and I knocked out the Dinos and stuff like that. And then she made a miracle play, got it with the N, almost came back with it, but you know, the N's really good at that time. And then I had to play against Philip in the 6th and final round. Lost to the Darkrai Hydreigon because I couldn't get set up as well, and I did flip pretty much tails on that part. And then leading me into 6th place into Swiss Play against Jeff Harris against White Tea, I believe that's what it's called, Fatty Tornadoes or Buffalo or anything like that. Hit it on my hammers and also drew into my enhanced hammers because he played a bunch of DCEs that took care of that. And then I had to play against Jose into the top 4 against his Ho deck, which is still have no answers to Sigilith at that time. Like I said, I have no attack against Sigilith at the moment until later, until I actually figure out which one I feel more comfortable with. But like I said, that's going to be my loss. But that's pretty much my cities report right there with this updated profile. On this one, I may play again on this coming Sunday. Not 100% sure just yet, but I'll probably stick with the pure Dark Ride. Maybe like 1-2 random techs like Mewtwo or anything like that. But I might have to choose something different in order to get past that next round. Maybe even top cutting. But that's pretty much my deck profile right there. Just feel free to like, comment, subscribe, anything. Just help us out. And I will catch you soon.